Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another Sims Info and Thoughts video. And the first one of 2020. Welcome to a whole new decade. So yeah, I picked up my hover car yesterday. It's pretty fun. It goes so fast. It's so awesome. And yeah, so I wanted to quickly address that. Yes, I have updated my channel intro. So the specific Info and Thoughts intro that I used to have is no longer going to be used. I figured for 2020 it would be a lot more sensible to streamline everything into one. And I love the channel intro that I have right now. So I thought, why not just improve it instead of trying to force change because of a new year? And then to make the transition easier, I put Green Llama and Aqua on the rock climbing treadmill, so even though the Info and Thought specific intro is gone, they won't be. They're too iconic to my channel at this point to just not show at the beginning of my videos anymore. But to those of you who watch my Let's Plays, those specific intros are not going anywhere. I love doing those intros for every series to really make them stand out more, and it's kind of like opening a TV series. So those will stay, but the Info and Thoughts intro is not. So with all of that introductory stuff out of the way, let's get down to business. So the art style vote for the second community stuff pack, which is going to have knitting as the gameplay focus, is ending tomorrow. So in case you were too busy over the holidays to vote, you can do that now. You have a little bit more time. I don't know what precisely, like the hour that the voting is going to end, but I'm guessing it probably will be at 10 a.m. Pacific time or 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In case you need a quick reminder as to what the art styles are, there are 3 of them. So we can vote on Granny Chic, which is, well, granny-inspired style. Then there's Cozy Craft, which reminds me a lot of Laundry Day stuff, which was actually the very first community-voted stuff pack. And lastly, there is DIY Delight, which I've seen people say it reminds them of Pinterest, and it's funny to me because I totally agree with that. Very vibrant and colorful compared to the other 2. The one that I voted for is Granny Chic because I would love to see a stuff pack dedicated to elders, and I highly doubt that we would get an elder stuff pack through just the normal way that we have with most of the other stuff packs, because I think it is just a lot harder to market something that's focused on older people instead of the hip, young 20 to 30s crowd. So to get this through a community stuff pack, I think would be pretty good. And Granny Chic, that just lends itself to that sort of idea very well. And I think that is probably what's going to win. I think it might end up being fairly close between Granny Chic and DIY Delight. Though I would not mind if Cozy Craft Workshop won. That was actually my second pick. Because even though the style does resemble Laundry Day stuff, I wouldn't mind it because I don't think it would be like a My First Pet Stuff sort of situation, because My First Pet Stuff still came out fairly close to cats and dogs, whereas this knitting pack would come out maybe a year and a half to maybe almost 2 years later after Laundry Day. So I don't think it would feel like it was content that was held back from Laundry Day. It would be adding more onto the same style. And it would be good because then you have a more complete house set that you can build with that furniture. As long as it's not a theme that's repeated super often, then I think it is okay. Kind of like how in the Sims 3 store with the Frontier Finds theme, they initially just came out with that living room that's called Frontier Finds, but then much later down the line, they put out the Frontier Finds kitchen and dining set. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. They did expand upon that theme. I'll just add on to it because I like that theme so much. But as far as January 2020 goes, it's not going to be just about the art style, because in late January 2020, there is supposed to be the clothing style vote, where we'll be able to look at concept art of families wearing different styles of clothing and decide on our favorite clothing style, and it will influence the look of the clothing in the pack. So as someone who spends almost as much time creating Sims as I do in live mode, I am really looking forward to that. I can't wait to see what sort of concepts they have come up with the clothing. With that in mind, it does make me wonder if we are going to get a Maxis Monthly this January. I don't think they would do a Maxis Monthly just about the community stuff pack unless we were at the point where we had already finished all the voting and the pack is already announced and they were showing it off with like the objects and the gameplay and everything that we would be receiving. But no, that's still quite a ways off, so I don't know. It could go either way. I don't know if we might be getting any free content this month. It's just been a busy past few months, so I don't think so, unless it's maybe something fairly small like Baby Yoda. Not necessarily in terms of the size of the object or whatever, but yeah, maybe just like a small little thing at most. But I'm not expecting anything big for, well, maybe not until February, because yeah, it's already going to be next month when we're going to have the 20th anniversary of the whole Sims franchise. So there probably is going to be something pretty cool then, hopefully. But yeah, I think this month will be fairly quiet apart from the voting processes for this community stuff pack. Whether we get any new content this month or not, I hope at the very least we get a patch that fixes some issues, because even though they fixed a ton of bugs last month, they introduced some new ones that are definitely pretty annoying. So hopefully they can at least fix those things. I did talk about them in a previous video, and there is now a mod that fixes the triple speed bug if your household happens to have a maid. So I will leave a link to that in the video description below in case you missed the community post that I did when that mod first came out. And that wraps up the first Sims Info and Thoughts video of 2020. So feel free to let me know in the comment section below what you voted for if you decided to vote, and if you think we might be getting a Maxis Monthly this month. And be sure to subscribe if you want to keep up with my latest content from The Sims, Sonic the Hedgehog, and more. So I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!